Leo.
Now turn left onto 7th Avenue South.
I have a Samsung S10e. I love this phone. It actually fits in my hand. I'm dumping this LG G60 the moment I find V60 the moment I find someone dumb enough to buy a phone that's 6.9 inches. I can't wait to dump this stupid piece of crap that they call a 6.9 inch phone. Listen. A 6.7 or 6.9, it makes no difference to me. That's a tablet. That's a tablet, not a phone. These people are out of their effing minds. So this phone allows me to plug in a shotgun microphone. I can't point the shotgun at myself perfectly because if I do, you won't be able to see anything. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 1. Zenfone 8 is vaporware. Until I can buy that thing at a reasonable price, I don't consider it to be something that exists. All right. I'm just kind of testing to see how the Samsung S10e handles a stream. By the way, Paul Daniels added some pretty cool functionality to Open Board View and Flex Board View, where you can put diode mode readings on known good boards and then share it with other people. This is kind of in line with what I was trying to do with the Repair Wiki. It's a really cool project, and I want to figure out how we can make what he's doing better. Because what he's doing is pretty sweet. It's pretty sexy. Everybody who watches this channel should check it out. It's cool stuff. And let me know how this microphone sounds, if it sounds like crap or not. I didn't really test it before doing this. By let me know, I mean in the comments, not in the live chat, because I'm not going to be doing any shit with live chat, because I'm driving a car. Why are you outside of your lane, you little bastard? I signal for obstruction and I go around. My instructor said that no one was going to signal for obstructions in the real world the moment you leave this course, and he was 100% correct. Okay. Pedestrian? No. A bad pedestrian. I kind of miss Florida, but I also don't. A part of why I don't miss it is because I think I've mentally associated making a trip to Florida with getting smashed into by a Eugene, which is completely irrational, but the brain is not always rational. It's not, I don't have a rational mind. It often does stupid things and stupid associations for self-preservation that really make no sense in the modern world. As much as I enjoyed my trip to Florida, the getting smashed into by Eugene kind of sucked. But one of the things that I'm telling myself is that was meant to happen because as a result, it made me a better driver. So I had to learn on a highway how to stop without getting smashed into or killed when one of the first cars stopped steering. I had to learn how to escape to the side of the highway, which I admittedly, I had never had to park in the curb of a highway before. Because I never had my car break down, but I had the overheating one. And then there was the check engine light one that kind of steered to the side all the time. So I had to learn how to drive a car that doesn't steer straight. And the interesting thing about that third Sentra was that it wasn't even consistent. Like, it wasn't like it always just went to the left or it only went to the right. It was always variable. And I tried filling up the tires. I tried all the stuff that people in chat said. So what I've done in my brain to make it so that I don't feel like shit for it is that was a good experience for me. I think it made me a much better driver because I had to learn how to drive cars that don't turn or that have check engine lights or that don't go straight. And when I actually got back into this car, which drives straight. So for instance, if I take my hand off the wheel, it just goes straight. Like, I could drive the rest of my trip here without having to take the wheel because the car just goes the way I want it to. My God. That was some peacocking right there. I don't know if you could see that with the night camera on the Samsung S10e. That was some interesting peacocking going on over there. But the thing is that it actually just goes straight. I feel fairly spoiled now to have a car that actually goes straight. You know. Okay. Don't. I see what you want to do, e-bike. I know what you want to do because I would want to do it too, but no. All right. Good e-bike. Very good e-bike. You know, and this is, I have lane, even if you turn lane assist and all that other crap off, it's just this vehicle goes straight. And I have this brand new appreciation for cars that actually go straight. And why do you have your hazard lights turned on in the middle of the street? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, you cunt? Sorry. All right. Hushed. The one thing I don't miss about this is that the turn signal on the Nissan and the Toyota that I used actually makes sense. I can never get this turn signal to turn off. It drives me nuts. Like on those, you tap it, and then once the turn signal goes for beep beep beep, it turns off. On this one, it's supposed to work that way, but it doesn't work that way all the time. And now I figured out it's not just me doing something stupid. It's like because Toyota, Mercedes, and what was the other one? The Nissan didn't do that. All right, we're at a red light. But I think that, yeah, I think that driving looking at the odometer between going from Lumberton, North Carolina to the bottom of Florida, to the top of Florida, back to the bottom of Florida, and then driving in a circle and just checking the shit out, I added about 2,000 miles to the odometer of that car. So I drove in a semi-broken car for 2,000 miles. So I kind of learned a lot by driving something that doesn't turn for 2,000 miles. Obviously, I prefer to ride in something that does turn, but so I kind of take it as that experience was meant to be. But yeah, I have this weird negative association with Florida now because I remember that. Hush, meme car. I actually renamed this. This is not meme car. This is accordion. Because I learned that if you get into a fender bender, this car turns into an accordion. So I named it accordion. Jessa named hers Error 14. I much prefer having a phone that has a working microphone on it for me. I much prefer it. But I also like having a phone that fits in my hands. One of the things that I noticed is if you want a phone that has a headphone jack, a micro SD card slot that fits in your hand, that actually doesn't exist. The one phone that exists is the Zen phone, but I couldn't confirm that it has the same 5G bands as AT&T.
Canal Street.
And it was also fairly expensive and sold out everywhere that I looked for it.
Now turn left onto Canal Street.
Hush, Miss Musk. I don't need you to tell me when to turn left, Miss Musk. All right. Vibrating, fuck. Oh crap! I left vibration on my damn phone. You guys are gonna hear that. I really want a phone that has just the basic combination of three things. I don't look at the GPU, I don't look at the CPU, I don't look at the speed of the internal storage or any of that. I want three things, three basic things. A, I want it to have a headphone jack. B, I want it to have a micro SD card slot. C, I want it to fit in my hand. And that is asking way too much. It's amazing how much work has to be done to have those three things. And the Samsung S10e does those things for less than 260 bucks. Used, of course. I don't like giving Samsung money with new devices because I'm rewarding them. If I give Samsung money on a new device, what I'm doing is I'm rewarding them for taking away the headphone jack and the micro SD card slot, and I don't want to reward a company that does that because that's horrible. Oh my God, that was something interesting happening on the right. Right behind the two people that were playing ball, there was a guy that looked like he was about to do something nasty to another guy. We're just not going to get into that. Luckily, with any luck, this stream is low bitrate enough that none of you could tell what was going on there. Yeah. We're just going to hope nothing actually, yeah. Yeah, hopefully you couldn't see what was going on there. I don't feel bad buying a used one. Some people have said buying a used one still supports the company because the person who sold you the used one is going to use the money from the used one to purchase a new one. So you're giving them the money to buy the new one. I disagree with that because by that logic, that means, let's say that person is a carpenter and I pay someone who likes Samsung products to do my floor in my house, or I pay them to fix my window. By paying the carpenter to fix my window, I've now supported Samsung. So I get where they're going, but I don't like that. I see it as buying used does not directly support the company, and that does it for me. So I try to buy a lot of this shit used. And when I have these scenarios where there's really no way for me to find something to find a company where I feel good giving them money, I try to get used just so that I don't give them the money. And granted, I've always had on Reddit there was some person that was saying, well, yeah, but if you do that, then that person is just going to use the money to buy something else. Nah, nice try, Eugene. Nice. Every time I see a truck making a left turn, I slow down and I shiver, and like a chill goes up my spine. I don't fuck with trucks making left turns anymore. So that truck that made that left turn, imagine that there was 1/3 the distance between me and the truck, and imagine that we were on a road where the speed limit was 45 miles an hour rather than 25 miles an hour. And that was my experience in Lumberton. The other thing I appreciate with this car is when I tap my feet, the car doesn't move back and forth. So in the other one, I was tapping my foot while I was listening to some Earth, Wind, and Fire, and the car was rocking back and forth. It's like, are you serious? I can shake the car? No way. That's insane! Speaking of Earth, Wind, and Fire, would it be worth it to demonetize the $3 I make from this video by listening to some music in the car? I think it would be. This is just a test stream. Just to kind of get an idea. I want to listen back and see how this microphone, this little Rode video mic, sounds in this car. Wait a second. What the fuck? Oh. They closed one of the... Leo, why'd you do that? There's an entrance to the bridge that has been closed. That is strange. What is this? Why you close bridge? What the fuck is going on here? Oh. Standard New York. Oh, geez, the potholes. Can you hear that? I'm gonna just say yeah. Man, it's really interesting because when I talk about the really high property tax in New York City and the higher income tax in high property tax in New York State and all that stuff, people will say, well, how do you think the roads get paid for? There was none of this shit in Florida. Like, Steve's Mercedes E350 feels shittier on New York roads than my half-working Nissan Sentra felt on Florida roads. This is dog shit. I mean... Right, look to the left. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's that guy with the T-Rex bumper thing. I get people who put it on when they park. I don't get people who drive with it. Because here's what happens if you drive with it. Little pieces of dirt and crap get stuck between the bumper protector and your bumper, and then it starts moving around when you hit bumps, and then the bumper protector actually starts scratching your car. So if you keep that thing on or any of that bumper bully shit while you're driving, it actually fucks up your bumper more. Just something to know. Something to know. My jeez. These roads are genuine trash. Now, if you're in like the middle of bumfuck, no, if you're in the middle of, let's say, Custer, South Dakota, and someone says, "Well, listen, Lewis, they don't have as much traffic. Of course, their roads are going to be better than here." That's one thing. But a lot of the areas in Florida I was visiting had a lot of traffic. There were cars going over them constantly, and the road just worked. Funny thing about that. Florida. Paul was not a fan of German cars at all. Steve and Paul disagree vastly when it comes to the quality of a German vehicle. Steve loves his Mercedes E350. Part of the reason he loves it is because he practically fucking stole it from the person he bought it from. I don't know how the fuck he got them to give him that car at that price. Because I wondered, like, he's not the type of person to buy an expensive car. And then I ask him what he paid for it, and it's like, my God. Did you hypnotize him? Did you blackmail his family? But anyway, Paul was saying that German cars are nice, but they're made for nice German roads that make sense. Their suspensions are not made for shitty garbage American roads, particularly shitty garbage New York roads like the one that you have here. Like, it's just not made for this. So you should lease it, because the suspension and all that other crap related to the suspension will start to give out after 3 to 5 years, because they're made to feel nice on the road, but they're not made for going over garbage roads over and over again. Florida does not get ice and snow that destroys roads on the East Coast. That is true, but they also don't get a state income tax and 2.2% property tax to pay to fix it. They are missing out on 6 to 10% of the income of everybody in the state. Oh, okay. It's really weird. Like, that guy's really far away, and it's a SUV making a left turn, yet I still felt like a minor heart palpitation just looking at it. I kind of wonder when that's going to go away, or if that's going to go away. Every time I see a truck or an SUV with a left turn signal at an intersection, like, a part of me just kind of turns white. Lewis's courage has left the chat. Which one was the one that needed courage from Wicked and the Wizard of Oz? I forget which one that needed courage. One needed, I think, was like a brain, a heart, and courage. Was that it? What were the three? I forget. It's been such a long time since I saw Wicked. But I feel like the one from Wizard of Oz that needed courage. And every time I'm at an intersection and I see a truck with a left turn signal, like, I just, like, Lewis's courage has left the chat. It's kind of stupid, but... The MacBook repair guy. Oh, Sonny. It's also interesting because with regenerative braking, you really do need to relearn how to drive. If you drive this car the way that you drive an internal combustion engine vehicle, where you just take your foot off the gas entirely and it coasts, you will throw up because of how it feels. Like, you'll throw up. Because when you take your foot off, it doesn't coast. It actively starts regeneratively braking. So you have to slowly take your foot, very slowly, off of the throttle, off of the accelerator, off of the go pedal. I heard someone call it a go pedal on YouTube. He sounded like, I don't know, that go pedal sounds very douchey. Honk your horn in confidence. I can't, because someone actually changed the horn sound in this car at Tesla to make it sound like a meme. It plays this retarded noise, and I can't figure out how to change it. And I don't feel like reading the manual right now. It goes... My e-bike requires some maintenance. One of them needs a chain and a cassette really, really badly, because I have like 1 or 2 gears that I can use. And the other one needs a motor core. Wow, there is so much peacocking here tonight. My God. That was not a nice noise over there. Shut up. You suck my...
In 500 feet, turn left onto Lafayette Avenue.
Let's see if I stop at the line. I'm playing this game with regenerative braking where I try to see if I can land exactly where I want to land without ever tapping the brake and without having to tap the gas again. $15 to change your horn is something more ridiculous. I don't know how. I gotta read the manual. I don't want to read the manual. I always consider it a failure of the user interface if you have to read the manual to figure something out. Excuse me. I'm yawning. I had allergies, so I spent a lot of time sneezing earlier, and now I'm yawning. I don't feel tired. I just feel this itch in the back of my sinuses. It's been screwing with me. Go, go, go. Oh, come on, faster than that. You're keeping the light from changing. The light is afraid of you. Hush, meme car.
Now turn left onto Lafayette Avenue.
It's the popo to the left. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Now I have a better noise to use my horn. Venera screaming, I want to get out! When we went on the ride at SeaWorld. That's perfect. Okay. Will you let me go? Come on. Go away, bicycle. I do not want the Eugene. No Eugene. I could have gone way earlier, but I fear Eugenie. Excuse me. Yeah. No, I have a sneeze stuck in the back of my nose again, and it converted to a yawn. There's a sneeze in the back of my nose, and it's like it wants to come out as something. Hush, meme car. I mean accordion. I should be calling this car by its proper name, which is accordion. No. I see green lights, but I also see a bunch of people on the street constantly. Come on, you fucking... Fuck, I didn't miss this about New York. This is like playing Frogger. Ah. Jeez. No, bad. I will run you down. I have 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. That's a noise that Erica often makes. She goes, I can imagine Erica driving and just going, as she went through all the jaywalkers. I see something a little in my peripheral vision. I can see that someone donated, but I am not going to look at the screen. I apologize. I appreciate whatever you gave, but I'm not going to read that right now. I don't have my system set up where it reads me things. So when I was on the road trip, I had this little weird system with another machine, and I had it reading me the window using some accessibility feature and a Bluetooth headset that I had in one ear. But I did not do that for this, so I can't see anything you're saying because I see the road. I like road. Don't you dare drive out, you mofo. I'm scared of trucks now. It's really stupid. I don't trust the trucks. When I see truck, I run. Lewis has exited the chat. Okay, do I stopped it. I stopped too soon. Damn. I'm trying to make it so the regenerative braking finishes braking exactly as I get to the car in front of me, without me having to tap the brake.
500 feet, turn right onto St. James Place.
Okay. We're getting close to my destination. So I will be turning this off so that you don't all stalk me and piss on my car. You know, I was gonna park this outside of my apartment. I didn't really care if it got scratches or minor scuffs.
Now turn
I just
right
didn't.
onto
I didn't
St.
feel like
James
having a
Place.
parking spot, and I didn't. It wasn't even the money. It was having to walk a couple of blocks to get to the a parking place, and then Erica says, "No, you really shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. It's gonna get screwed up." And then I went home and I see that there's a guy taking a fucking piss on a van right outside my apartment. Like right outside my apartment, there's a dude taking a giant piss on the car. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. That's the outside of the car. That's what rain is for. It will wash his piss off. And then as I'm about to park right in front of my place, the guy who's pissing on the car then takes what looks like a pipe or a baseball bat and starts beating the fuck out of the car. And it was at that point that I said, you know what? I'll listen to Erica. I'll listen to her. She wins. Parking spot. That's it for today. I will see you all later. Mwah. I will watch this test stream later to see what the sound is like.